So you are on the market searching for the best backlight TV. I have here the Govee Backlight TV T2, the new generation from Govee with two cameras. But if you look to the top, that's not the camera from Govee, that's the camera from my Sony A95K. Where I installed, what is the benefits, what is the features, and as a user, do I recommend to buy this one? If you want to know everything about this product, stay tuned until the end of the video. Hi everyone, Marcus here from MedPack, and if you love tech, this is the place for you. And today we are going to talk about a product from Govee, their new generation of backlight, the Govee Backlight TV T2, that I'm simply in love. But before we start talking about benefit, features, what is really my impressions as a user, we are going back to the past and we are going to jump into the unboxing, and after we return here to the living room to talk a little bit more about this amazing product from Govee. And as you can see, you are going to find your camera here. Build construction, it's simply amazing. It's much more robust than the old generation. You have one of the cameras here and the other camera on the other side. On the other end, you have this very heavy part that is going to be able to assemble to your TV and balance without putting anything. This bit here that is to put it on the front of the TV. You have this different material here that is very, very smooth. And on the back here, you can see you have a USB port and is a USB-C. In here you'll be able to see that you have a rubber material, and on the top, where it's going to be sitting on top of your TV or the frame of your TV, you have also this rubber material. In here you are going to find your remote that have 3 buttons. You can see here you have the port to connect your charger, and on the back you have 3D sticker that you can assemble this to your TV. On the side you have your USB-C connections where you are going to connect your LEDs. Besides that, you are going to find this foam. You have some tape on the back, and this foam is to put it on the corners of your TV to do your calibration. On this other box you'll find this little pouch, these plastic clamps where you are going to connect the cables so they will always stay in place. You'll find your charger, you'll find other stickers and other clamps here, some alcohol pads that you are going to use to clean the back of your TV, a USB-C cable that I really like the fact that is flat, so in that case it's harder to break, and also another bag with the same clamps that I showed you before. On the bottom you are going to find your user manual, your LEDs, that in opposite of cheaper versions that you have on the market, you can see that have a USB-C cable. The speed of connection and passing information is faster than other solutions, and also you don't have pins that you can basically damage and bend them, so definitely a plus. And another thing that you don't normally see in other cheaper version is the amount of LEDs that you have next to each others. On the one that I have on the TV, I have more than one finger in between, and that's basically one extra LED in between all of this. And also, you don't have to do anything, because even when you reach one of the sides to curve, you have already this cable that is completely flat, so also once again harder to break, and you can assemble these LEDs in any TV of 55-inch and 65-inch. So now that you saw a little bit closer the Govee Backlight TV T2 with the unboxing, we are going to jump to the setup. And I'm not going to show you how I set up on the back of the television because it doesn't make any sense. I think that Govee do an amazing job with their installation video. So you just need your phone, scan the QR code, and it takes you there. Just follow the steps and it's very, very easy. It's just a little bit more tricky on the bottom of your TV if you are like me and you enjoy to have the back of your TV open, so it's easier to reach the back of the TV. But besides that, no problem whatsoever. Also, I didn't have any problem with the back, or in this case with the glue on your LEDs, because some TVs like the Sony A95K, the back on the top is a little bit glossy, so many times the LEDs, the glue starts to come off. But until today I didn't have any problems with the Govee Backlight TV T2. When we talk about calibration and setting up your camera, that is a different story. I think that Govee could do a better job in that, and I think that on the next generation they should give us an option to set it up, the camera, as I set it up, on the bottom and not on the top. In my case, I have the Sony A95K that in the middle I have the Bravia cam, so it means that the camera on my TV will never be completely in the center. Also, I didn't like the look of it when you put it on the top because, first of all, my living room is really small, so when I have a lot of friends here and they are passing around, there is more risk to hit the camera falls and maybe you can damage one of the cameras that you have there. And I really like the fact that it's on the bottom because it's not noticeable and it's on top of my HTA9 and it looks amazing in there. And since I put it on the bottom, what I noticed is that the backlight works much better. So when I had the camera on the top, for example, all the LEDs on the bottom, they was not working 100%. When I passed to the bottom, no problem whatsoever. I will do a full video how to set it up, how to calibrate, because I saw so many videos wrong. I've tried those calibration and I was not getting these results. If you want to get the best results, stick around for the next video where I'll take you step by step if this product is the one that you want to purchase for you. So let's talk about design and features and why I simply love this product. So first of all, it comes with two cameras compared to the previous generation, and also the build construction is so much better. When we talk about having two cameras compared to having just one, the big benefit is every single camera is going to control part of your TV. So the accuracy of color is going to be much more accurate than on the previous generation, and also it's much faster to adjust. When we talk about the LEDs on the back, you have more LEDs, so also more LEDs means more accuracy on the colors, and the graduation changing from one color to the other is smoother, if it makes sense. And another big benefit that you have with the Govee Backlight TV T2 compared to other options that you have a box that do the reading of the signal through every single HDMI that you connect to that box, that after transfer to the colors of your LEDs on the back, yes, like I said, it's a little bit slower in this way, but it gives a different dimension for your TV. If you are using Netflix, etc., with an external box, no problem whatsoever, is going to work. But imagine that you are going to use your phone, you are going to send the signal from your phone to your TV. Since it doesn't pass through the HDMI, it's not going to work. In here, since you have a camera that is reading whatever is happening on the screen, and it doesn't matter if it's connected or not by HDMI, you will be able to use these LEDs on the back. For me, that's a big selling point for the Govee Backlight TV T2. But now let's dive down on the performance and all the modes available on the Govee TV Backlight, so you can see by your own eyes why I like so much this product, what is really the benefit of having one that is adjustable depending on the content that you are seeing. So now let's have a quick look of the experience that you have when you are seeing television with your Govee Backlight TV T2. And as you can see, is changing constantly the backlight depending on the image that you see. And this is with normal TV, and this is a very dark image, and you can see that the backlight went down and is constantly adjusting depending on the image that is happening in there. So now testing with Google Photos, as you can see, it also matches the image that you are seeing, and where is dark is definitely darker, the LEDs in there. Here the top is really dark comparing to the other parts where you can see some light and obviously some colors, and they are matching. You can notice there where is the water, it matched that color, and in the other side is more yellow and the color are there. Very accurate. Here another example. Here more light on the top, much darker on the bottom. Here the same. Here with a lot of different colors, you can see happening exactly the same. On the left hand side you have more blues and purples, and on the other side more reds and yellows. Here is another photo. Here is a very good example. Like you can see where is dark is really dark, and where the light is coming you can see that is very accurate with the colors that is happening on the screen. Here once again the bottom much darker, the top more blues and purple colors, and here is another photo. Always very accurate, and it changed quite fast. And like I said, you have a small delay, but I think it makes it more natural than if it was like coming straight away, the color. So I think it's more natural for your eyes. So now let's have a quick look on this trailer, and also it's quite visible the small delay that you find on the lights, and on trailers is more noticeable because things happens faster. And as you can see, it's very immersive. And now the door just passing by was amazing. Even here with the blade. Very dark now, lighter again, dark again. I love it, that part you saw with the blade. And just even the intro of Netflix, you could see that is really, really nice. On this case on Netflix, obviously, when we are just looking, is more on the right hand side that we see changes happening. And you can see that all the other colors, they are very stable. Now let's test with a much darker TV show. I really like how dark the lights are when the image is really dark and when it's necessary a bit more light because you have more colors happening. So I think he makes it even more immersive. Obviously, this is also my own preference. So the brightness is not really high. I mean 40%. Big reason behind is if you have your brightness too high, it's going to affect your color accuracy. You can see once again very, very accurate. The top much brighter than the rest of the image. Let's see another TV show. This one is not as dark as the other one. These LEDs have tendency to be very, very red. So when you are doing the calibration, you need to push more to the blues. But like I said, we'll do a full understanding of how to calibrate to get the results that I'm getting in here. But I think you can see now those reds were amazing. Even if the color is more in the center, they pushed to the corners of your TV. Amazing change to the reds, even if the reds are really low on my calibration. The disadvantage is the yellows. They normally takes a little bit longer to kick in, but I think this is the best calibration that you can get out of your Govee TV Backlight T2. Another thing that we are going to test, as you can see, I hope that you can see, the back is always changing depending on my voice. You can see it's happening on the back something because I turn on the microphone, and you can turn on the microphone on your LEDs or you can use your phone as the microphone. But I found that is a bit weird turning it on because it's going to be always like if it's flashing. So here is an example.
They are at this moment raising a great army to march against Captain.
Wrong with raising children in a place where they will know.
Cries you run from have not ceased.
So like you could see, it's always changing depending on my voice, and I really don't like. Even if you try to put a music, it's going to be very discomfortable for your eyes. At least for me, I don't really like it. I prefer that it changes just to what is happening on the TV, so I have this always off. Another option that you have is music. So now this is another one, and as you can see, it's changing depending on my voice. So if I come closer, it's easier to trigger this. So, and you have few different modes, but I prefer the first option that you have in there. That is the energetic. This is the rhythm, like, and with music, it's really, really weird. I don't really like this option. You have the spectrum. It's a bit different, but I continue to prefer the first option. And in the end, you have the rolling that is always moving around on the back. I hope that you guys can see on the image because it's really, really dark. You also have the options of color that basically you can trigger any part of your TV on the background, turning off some areas, and I'm going to change. So some of them, they will continue to be red, as you can see, because I didn't change them. And you can also customize in the way that you prefer. Like this, I really, really like. You also have the scenes. As you can see, something is happening in there. You have few options you can, and when I say few, they are quite a lot. You have natural, so for example, I can put sunset or I can put forest, and I really like that the corner is changing. Lightning, star. You have festival, put on birthday, fireworks, other section that is live, for example, for dating. This is the dating option, movie, crossing, morning, and after you have, for example, emotions. So energetic, mysterious. This one is really, really nice. You have flash. After you have the option dance, electro dance, ballet. You have music. So this is dancing, games, card games. Another section that is relaxation, and this one is days. You have the DIY that you can customize and do whatever you want. Besides that, you have a section that is called Effects Lab that you can choose, for example, that you want the colors of a broccoli. After you have 3 colors options, and I can choose between the three types of green, the one that is the greenest one to the one that is closer to a white. Or for example, imagine that I want a cheese color. So here is the cheese color. But when we talk about benefits, what is really the benefits to have a backlight? And for me that I work with eyes, it's really important to always have a bit of light. But when we see normally television, our first approach is to turn off all the lights and have just the television. But in that way, you are going to increase a bit of the strain on your eye. Even for example, on normal glasses, if you have a gradient lenses, it's better because the bottom is lighter, so it's easier for you to read, because when you try to read is when your eyes makes a bigger effort. So having a backlight always, it doesn't matter if it's this one or something else, is going to allow to always have a bit of light. More light, less strain to your eyes, you feel your eyes much more relaxed. But what is really the difference between having a static one and having this one that change? What is your experience as a user? So when I used to have just the static one, if I was seeing television, I always had with this kind of blue, not changing like is happening in here, so it looks much nicer, but always a static blue. And when I was seeing, for example, football, I was changing to green because it was to match the pitch, but also is the color of my team. When I have the Govee Backlight TV T2, it's more immersive because the walls becomes part of the experience on your TV. So for example, if you had like a light on the corner, that light is going to appear on the back of your TV. So it's almost like if you were going to the cinema and paying extra to see like in Screen X. That's when you have 3 screens if you never try it. This is my Screen X and I have it at home because it's going to enhance all your experience. So do I recommend the Govee Backlight TV T2 to you guys? And since it's better for your eyes because you are going to strain less, it's going to enhance even more your experience no matter if you are seeing TV shows, films, football, even a photo. You can even change the moods depending on what you want. If you are hearing some music, you can have this changing the colors and giving a bit of a vibe if you are doing a party at your house. Besides that, you have some discounts that you can use to purchase this one, so it gets even cheaper. For the price that you pay for it, I think it's really worth it. And after, if you want to even make it even better, you can connect to other Govee products and having even a more immersive experience. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave in the comments below. My name is Marco, this is Matt Peck. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, smash the thumbs up, do whatever you want, but always with a smile on your face, and I hope to see you in the next one.